The immense wealth of Barron Trump's family, said to rival the GDP of small nations, stands as a vivid testament to unimaginable affluence and luxury. His daily life is a tapestry of private jets, sprawling mansions, and exclusive invitations to the world's most elite events. Step into the extraordinary world of Barron Trump, where even the boldest dreams are just part of an ordinary day in the life of the young heir to the Trump dynasty. If you're fascinated by this glimpse into Barron's jaw-dropping lifestyle, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more captivating stories about America's most powerful family. The opulent world of Barron Trump. Barron Trump was born on March 20th, 2006, in New York City. His childhood can only be described as a modern-day fairy tale. As the youngest member of the family, with half-siblings ranging from 13 to 28 years older, Barron was affectionately dubbed the Little Prince of the Trump family. And in many ways, he was raised like an only child. His father, Donald Trump, a world-renowned real estate mogul with a net worth of $7.5 billion, was also the star of the hit reality TV show The Apprentice. His mother, Melania Trump, was a top fashion model before taking on a role of First Lady of the United States. Together, they built an unparalleled world of luxury and privilege for Barron to grow up in. From the very beginning, Barron was surrounded by the elegance of Trump Tower in the heart of Manhattan. Located on Fifth Avenue, one of New York's most upscale addresses, this iconic skyscraper served as the backdrop for Barron's early years. While most kids dream of having a room of their own, Barron had an entire floor of Trump Tower to himself. Imagine having a personal high-rise playground as a child. That was Barron's reality. A life where every wish was granted and every dream within reach. This kind of abundance allowed him to pursue his interests and passions without limits. The Trump family didn't just offer material wealth. They gave Barron access to experiences beyond the imagination of most children. He often spent quality time with his father at Mar-a-Lago, the family's luxurious estate in Palm Beach, Florida. Known as the Winter White House, the sprawling property features top-tier amenities including a golf course, private pool, and beach access. There, Barron and his father bonded over rounds of golf, elegant dinners, and meaningful family moments surrounded by timeless luxury. Barron became accustomed to public attention even before he could walk. In May 2006, less than 2 months after his birth, he made his television debut on the Oprah Winfrey Show, officially introducing himself to the world. During the segment, Oprah's close friend Gayle King interviewed Donald and Melania Trump in a heartfelt special, where the proud parents showed off their newborn son. When asked how it felt to welcome a baby after so many years, Donald Trump spoke of the immense joy and fulfillment Barron had brought into their lives. Melania, glowing with pride, shared stories about Donald's role as a father, including how he would spend mornings watching TV and reading the paper with their son. During the interview, Gayle King met Barron in person. Though he was a bit fussy at the time, it did nothing to lessen the intrigue surrounding the youngest Trump. Even his name became a point of fascination, as Donald revealed that Barron was a name he had long admired but waited to use until this special child was born. That first national TV appearance was more than just a baby reveal. It marked the beginning of a life destined to be lived in the spotlight. As the son of a billionaire businessman and a global fashion icon, Barron was born into a world where opulence and public fascination were simply part of the equation. Barron Trump's inheritance and growing wealth. As of 2024, Barron Trump's estimated personal wealth stands at a staggering $60 million, a fortune most people can only dream of. What makes this even more remarkable is that Barron didn't have to work a single day to earn it. His fortune stems entirely from family assets and well-planned investments. The majority of his wealth is managed through a trust fund, often described as a treasure chest packed with luxurious holdings. This fund includes glamorous real estate, such as a 10,000-square-foot mansion in Palm Beach, Florida, and a sprawling 30-acre estate in Bedminster, New Jersey. The Palm Beach mansion sits within the Mar-a-Lago estate, owned by Donald Trump himself. While officially appraised at around $10 million, some media outlets estimate its actual value could reach $250 million due to its location and exclusivity. Meanwhile, the Bedminster estate is valued at roughly $19 million. It features a 7,000-square-foot home, a private golf course, and a luxurious swimming pool. But these properties are just one part of Barron's financial portfolio, a childhood defined by extravagance. When people talk about Barron Trump's childhood, it's impossible to overlook the overwhelming luxury that surrounded him from the very start. As the youngest child in the Trump family, Barron was born into a world where only the finest things would do. Donald and Melania made sure their son had nothing but the best, and that was evident from the very first gifts he received. One of the most talked about was a gold-plated stroller gifted to him by Ellen DeGeneres. Just picture a baby being pushed around in a stroller made of actual gold. That alone speaks volumes about the level of extravagance Barron was exposed to early in life. But it wasn't just a flashy gift. It sent a message that for Barron, luxury wasn't the exception, it was the rule. The gold stroller wasn't just a symbol of the Trump family's wealth. It also represented the lavish environment into which Barron was born. In his early years, he lived in a 3-story penthouse inside Trump Tower, considered one of the most luxurious residences in the world. Located on 5th Avenue in New York City, Trump Tower is not just a building, it's a global landmark. And the crown jewel of that building was the Trump family's penthouse, a shining gem in the Manhattan skyline, with interiors adorned with marble, gold leaf, and stunning views of Central Park and the city's glittering horizon. Inside this palace in the sky, Barron had an entire floor to himself, something almost no child on Earth can say. While most kids dream of their own bedroom, Barron's private level included a bedroom, living room, kitchen, and designated spaces for his mother and nanny. His room was styled in the opulent Louis XIV aesthetic, filled with hand-carved details, expensive furnishings, and the kind of regal flair you'd expect from the French royal court. It was a room truly fit for the little prince nickname the media had given him. Melania Trump, ever the detail-oriented mother, poured her heart into creating the perfect home for her son. With her European taste and eye for refinement, she made sure Barron lacked for nothing, physically or emotionally. One of the more surprising aspects of Barron's early life was his elaborate skincare routine. In 2013, Melania launched her own luxury skincare brand, which featured a premium product called Caviar Complex C6, made with real caviar extract. This wasn't just any moisturizer. It was designed to deliver the ultimate luxury skincare experience. Melania revealed that every night, she would apply the caviar-infused cream to Barron's skin from head to toe, turning bedtime into a nightly ritual of indulgence. Imagine a 7-year-old being pampered daily with ultra-luxury skincare products after bath time. If that doesn't define peak pampering, what does? Barron Trump's noteworthy academic journey. As the heir to an immense fortune, Barron Trump was raised with an emphasis on discipline and education, guided closely by his mother, Melania Trump. She believed wholeheartedly in being actively involved in his intellectual development. Melania wasn't just a nurturing mother. She played the role of tutor, mentor, and academic coach. She stood by his side through every phase of learning, from teaching him the alphabet to helping him grasp complex algebraic concepts. Her hands-on approach showed in every small step Barron took on his academic path. But Melania didn't stop at ensuring Barron was fluent in English. She also introduced him to multiple languages, including Czech, Slovenian, and French. It's even believed that he may have picked up other languages not publicly known. Thanks to lessons from his mother and grandparents, Barron became fluent in Slovenian and would often speak it at home. Melania once shared that her son had a deep appreciation for Slovenian cuisine, especially the homemade dishes lovingly prepared by his late grandmother, Omla Janevs. As Barron grew older, it became clear that a traditional school environment was necessary. Melania didn't hesitate to seek out the best educational opportunities for him, carefully considering curriculum, facilities, and faculty. Before the family moved to the White House, Barron attended Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, a prestigious institution located in Manhattan's affluent Upper West Side. Known for its rigorous academics and focus on creativity, Columbia Grammar provided Barron with a well-rounded education that fostered both intellectual and personal growth. During his final year at Columbia Grammar, Barron helped plan a memorable field trip to Washington, D.C. for his entire class. Imagine a bus full of students, teachers, and Secret Service agents traveling together to explore the nation's capital. A unique experience that surely became one of Barron's most unforgettable school memories. After completing his studies at Columbia Grammar, he enrolled at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland. The annual tuition there reached $50,000, a modest figure for the Trump family, but one that reflected their serious investment in Barron's education. At St. Andrews, Barron had the rare opportunity to enjoy a somewhat normal school life, where he could form friendships, join extracurricular activities, and focus on learning, all while living in one of the most iconic homes in the world. Following the family's departure from the White House, Barron transitioned to Oxbridge Academy in Florida in 2021. While the tuition at Oxbridge is slightly lower, about $38,000 a year, it still ranks as one of the top private schools in the country, offering Barron an ideal academic environment. Barron has since completed high school, and it's clear that education has always been a core value within the Trump household. With Oxbridge Academy boasting a 100% college acceptance rate, including offers from elite universities, there's little doubt that Barron is poised to continue his educational journey at a top-tier institution in the near future. A historic chapter at the White House. When Donald Trump won the 2016 U.S. presidential election, the spotlight immediately turned to his entire family. Yet, contrary to public expectations, Barron Trump and his mother Melania didn't move into the White House right after the inauguration. Instead, they remained at Trump Tower for nearly 5 months so that Barron could finish his school year. It wasn't until the summer of 2017, specifically on June 11th, that Melania and Barron officially moved into the White House, marking a major turning point in the then 11-year-old's life. He became the first son of a sitting U.S. president to live at the White House since John F. Kennedy Jr. back in 1963. Going from a lavish penthouse at Trump Tower to one of the most politically symbolic residences in the world was like transitioning from a modern palace to a historic castle rich with tradition. Yet Barron handled the change with remarkable composure and maturity, surprising many with how naturally he adapted. One of the most talked about aspects of Barron's time in the White House was his custom-designed bedroom. Unlike the children of previous presidents, Barron's room wasn't just a place to sleep. It was a fully personalized space equipped with cutting-edge technology and designed to reflect his elite lifestyle. Sleek and modern, the room featured polished interiors, the latest electronics, and a gaming setup that would make any teenager envious. It wasn't just a bedroom. It was a sanctuary where Barron could unwind and recharge away from the constant gaze of the public eye. The rest of the White House was no less impressive, outfitted with luxuries comparable to those found in world-class resorts. Barron had access to every recreational and relaxation space the residence offered, which helped him maintain a sense of comfort and normalcy in what was otherwise an intensely scrutinized environment. One of his favorite areas was the private movie theater, a plush space offering the ultimate cinematic experience, complete with velvet seating and a state-of-the-art sound system. It was the perfect escape, a place where Barron could lose himself in films and enjoy quiet moments far from the noise of politics. Another of Barron's favorite amenities was the White House swimming pool. To him, it wasn't just a place to swim or stay fit. It was a haven for clearing his mind after long school days or public appearances. He also had a fondness for the underground bowling alley, an unexpected gem within the historic mansion. There, Barron would invite friends over for casual games, creating treasured memories most kids could only dream of. These unique features allowed Barron to enjoy an extraordinary childhood that blended presidential history with the comforts of the ultra-wealthy. Melania's role and Barron's privacy behind the scenes. Throughout their time in the White House, Melania Trump stood as Barron's most dedicated protector. She often emphasized the importance of shielding her son from the downsides of fame and the harsh glare of political life. A devoted mother, Melania was actively present in Barron's daily routine, ensuring he had a balanced schedule that included academics, relaxation, and meaningful family time. Her steady presence and unwavering commitment gave Barron a sense of security and calm in an environment where every movement was watched closely by the public and press. One of the most crucial aspects of Barron's life at the White House was the level of privacy and security he was afforded. As the only son of a sitting president, Barron was accompanied by Secret Service agents at all times and in every setting to guarantee his complete safety. This level of protection wasn't just a legal requirement. It also symbolized Barron's unique status in American society. It allowed him to move freely, explore, and enjoy his experiences without constantly worrying about potential threats. What's particularly noteworthy is that even after Donald Trump's presidency ended in 2021, Barron continued to receive Secret Service protection. As he approached his 15th birthday, he remained under their watchful care, with that protection guaranteed until he turned 16, as dictated by federal law for children of former presidents. Meanwhile, Donald and Melania Trump, as former First Family members, are entitled to lifelong Secret Service protection, a privilege reserved for only a few. Barron Trump, a young style icon. Barron Trump isn't just known for his lineage or lavish upbringing. He's also widely recognized as a fashion icon in the making. From his earliest public appearances, Barron demonstrated an innate sense of style, often sparking conversations and praise for his fashion choices across media platforms. It's not surprising, considering his mother Melania's background as a top international model with impeccable taste. With her artistic guidance, she made sure Barron always looked sharp, polished, and age-appropriate at every public event. His fashion journey began at a young age, and one of his most memorable early moments came during his father's presidential inauguration in January 2017. At just 10 years old, Barron made headlines wearing a perfectly tailored navy blue suit paired with a crisp white shirt and a matching silk tie. His neatly styled hair and composed demeanor impressed the media and public alike. This sophisticated look gave the first clear signal that Barron's fashion sensibility leaned toward classic, refined elegance. During his father's term in office, Barron regularly appeared at major events, consistently dressed in upscale ensembles that reflected the Trump family's high standards. Whether at formal state dinners or on international trips with his parents, his outfits were always carefully selected and expertly put together. One standout example was the $10,000 black tuxedo he wore to a White House state dinner honoring French President Emmanuel Macron in 2018. That outfit not only reflected his elevated social standing, but also showcased how deeply he'd inherited his mother's love for high-end fashion. Fashion for Barron isn't just about clothes. It's about accessories too, especially when it comes to luxury watches. He's been spotted wearing a Rolex Submariner, a classic piece that symbolizes refinement, with a base price of around $10,000. He's also been seen sporting an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, known for its sporty yet elegant design, estimated to be worth no less than $220,000. But perhaps the most eye-catching of all is the Patek Philippe Nautilus in his collection, one of the world's most coveted and expensive watch models, with entry prices starting at $330,000 depending on the edition. With a wardrobe that could rival a fashion influencer and a collection of luxury accessories that most adults can only dream of, it's no surprise that many speculate Barron might eventually pursue a career in fashion. Whether he follows in his mother's footsteps remains to be seen, but his potential as a future style icon is already crystal clear. Barron Trump, stepping into the spotlight as a young adult. As Barron Trump moves closer to adulthood, the public's curiosity and the media's attention surrounding him have only intensified. This transitional period, from a child shielded behind political curtains to a young man developing his own identity, has become one of the most closely watched evolutions in recent memory. What's certain is that the life of luxury Barron has always known, complete with custom-tailored suits, multi-million-dollar properties, and exclusive family resorts, is unlikely to fade as he grows older. Yet, alongside the glitz and privilege comes a level of public scrutiny few can truly prepare for. Every decision Barron makes, every event he attends, is subject to widespread commentary and speculation. And as he enters this new chapter of his life, where personal choices intersect with inherited fame, wealth, and constant media presence, his journey is bound to remain a subject of fascination for many.